Back to my channel. My name is Neeraj Lahoti. You're watching Neeraj Decoys. After a long time, after a pretty long time, but then I'm back and I'm back with an IPO review. So, how's life going? Life's going good. Life's good. And just to add on to that, life's good when you do good. So, this is not my tagline. This is tagline of LG Electronics Corporation. So a great tagline which talks about their philosophy. So in this video we're gonna review LG Electronics IPO, and then we'll be in a situation, after looking over the video, you'll be in a situation to take a better informed decision. So in this video, first we'll talk about the company, the corporate structure, the financials, the business outlook, and then probably the other business segments, the valuation part, comparing it with the peers, and then the conclusion part, right? So before the start of the video, I'm not a SEBI registered person, and though I've cleared the exam, but I'm still not registered with the SEBI. Okay, now let's quickly start the topic, the review, that is LG Electronics IPO. So about the company first. Incorporated in 1997, it's a wholly owned subsidiary of LG Electronics, which is listed in South Korea. We'll talk about the corporate structure. Number one player in India in major home appliances, consumer electronics, right? Excluding the mobile market, that too by value, not by market share, and that too again in offline channel, right? So this point I've picked up from some report, an authenticated report. So market leader, we know all in washing machines, refrigerators, panel TV, ACs, and microwaves. So these are the products of LG Electronics India Limited. Now the highlight point is it has the largest distribution network among the peers when you compare with Havells, when you compare with Samsung, when you compare with Sony, and all of those things, right? So about 35 odd touch points B2C, 463 B2B trade partners, about 13,000 contract engineers, and it also has a strong brand equity. We know that, right? So this is about the company, a brief introduction. Now let's go to the corporate structure. Very important, right? Very important. Now first is that you'll have to know is this is the ultimate holding company, right? LG Corporation in South Korea, this is the ultimate holding company. This is the conglomerate, right? Now LG Corporation South Korea holds a stake in LG Electronics Inc, right? So LG Corporation holds a stake in LG Electronics. It's a subsidiary, right? So LG Electronics Inc is a subsidiary of LG Corporation. So LG Electronics Inc, which is also in South Korea, is a parent company to LG Electronics India Limited and LG Soft India Private Limited. So LG Electronics Inc has two subsidiaries in India. One is LG Electronics India Limited, इसी का तो IPO आ रहा है. LG Soft India Private Limited, this supports tech and all, hardware and all, and supports in cross selling of LG Electronics India Limited. Now this LG Electronics Inc is a parent company, right, to LG Electronics India Limited. This holds 100%. So this is a 100% wholly owned subsidiary. LG Electronics India Limited is a 100% wholly owned subsidiary of LG Electronics Inc. Now LG Electronics Inc itself is listed on KOSPI. So it's a Korean company, so it's listed on KOSPI, right? It has a market share of a market capitalization of around 13 lakh odd crores. So it's a very large company, right? So that's the corporate structure. You'll have to know the corporate structure. That is the whole corporate structure of LG Electronics India Limited, right? I hope you're clear. Now let's go about the other details of the issue. Issue period starts at 7th of October, very important, ends at 9th of October. Issue type 100% OFS. These Korean companies, I don't know, they don't want the I think they don't want money. Why they don't want money? We'll see that in the financials. Why do they don't want money, right? So a recent again example was Hyundai, that also came up with a humongous OFS, right? So we'll talk about that. Price band 1030 to 1140. So a retail investor should typically apply at 1140. Minimum lot size is 13 shares, so 1140 into 13 shares. Face value 10 per shares. That means the company can go for split and all. चांस है, भूल नहीं रहा हूँ कि जाएंगे, चांस है. Okay, so issue size is 10.18 crore shares. That is almost all 15% of the equity, right? So LG, we know, right? LG Corporation is UHC, Ultimate Holding Company. LG INC, Electronics INC, which is listed on KOSPI, holds 100% shares in LG Electronics India Limited. So of this 100%, they are offloading 15% shares, right? So this 15% shares is 10.18 crores. Listing will be both at BSE and NSE. Promoter holding pre was 100, post will be 85, right? That's what, 15% offload. So post will be 85. Employee discount 108 per share. So if you are an LG Electronics employee, you will be getting a discount of rupees 108 per share, right? Valuation and all we'll talk in the later part of the video. Key strengths: it's a market leader, that's true. Strong parentage and trusted LG brand, that is also very true. I already discussed the corporate structure. Extensive pan-India distribution, this is the largest among the peers. Continuous innovation, that's true. Capital efficient, high growth and profitable business, this will talk in the financials while looking at the financials, right? Now let's quickly go to the business segments of LG. So majorly two business segments. One is home appliances, which includes air solutions, and other is home entertainment. So home appliances is your all washing machines, ACs and all. Home entertainment is home theaters, your TVs and all the other stuff. So if you see segment wise revenue, home appliances contributes to about 74% of the revenue, and entertainment contributes about 26% to the revenue, right? So these are the two major business segments. Now let's quickly go to numbers, right? Numbers important. And why do these Korean companies don't need money? We'll talk here, right? So assets increased from 9,000 to 11,500 crores. That's on a good pace. Not much required for my analysis. Total income 20,100 crores in 23 to 21,500 crores in 24 to 24,630 crores in 25. So good jump in total income. First quarter of FY26, 6,337 odd crores. So profit PAT is from 1345 to 2200 crores in 31st March 2025. Good increase year on year in PAT. But if you see Q1 FY26, it's about 513 odd crores. So probably 2100 odd crores for the whole year. So here you got again stuck up. So probably this is also because in Q1 FY26 there was a little less demand when compared to the other, or this is also a much more seasonal business. Some of the products are also seasonal. So I'll have to look at the numbers of Q1 FY26, but nonetheless the numbers are very strong. Now the highlight point is reserves and surplus ka number dekho by 5,805 crores. This is a first point, okay, major point. That means the company has enough surplus. Now second important point, noteworthy point, right? Total borrowing ki column dekho, zero. This is a zero debt company. Such good numbers and you don't have debt, what will I take money for? पैसे तो है मेरे पास, right? पैसे तो already है. So because most of the companies, when they give equity, they borrow money and then probably they try to repay the debt. So this is not the case here. That's what I was talking about, right? So this is a zero debt companies, good financials, solid financials. Of course, profit here and there, but then I feel that's also part and parcel of the business. Now market capitalization would be around 77,000 odd crores after listing. ROCE 43 odd percent, return on net worth 37 odd percent, PAT margin is 9%, EBITDA margin is 13 odd percent. Now price to book value is about 13 times. EPS is 32.46, PE is 35. अभी जो IPO आ रहा है, it is at 35.1 times the EPS. Now post it will be 30 and 37.69. We'll talk about the valuation just in the other slide, right? This is an important slide. Nobody really discusses about this. This is the Neeraj special slide, right? So this is important when you are valuing a business. This is the thing that you will have to look at. So this is a slide designed by me. So EPS 32.46 is your current EPS. Current PE on which you are bringing the issue is 35. How did I get that? 1139 is your price and EPS is 32.46, so I'll get your PE. So current PE is 35.12 that I'm assuming, right? Now FI26, FI25 में तो कुछ नहीं है, ये तुम तो इशू ला रहे हो. अनलॉकिंग तो FI26 से शुरू होगा. So FI26 from 32.46, right? 32.46 you are going to 37.733. Why is that jump? That's a 15% odd growth, right? This is because if you see the history of LG Electronics, the financials of LG Electronics, there's a jump of at least a 15% odd year by year. So that is an assumed number, like I have written here, right? EPS growth is projected at 15%, which is assumed. So even if it is 15%, more or less 15%, 37.33 will be my revised EPS, and if I assume the same P, 35.12, my projected price should be 1311. And FI27, my projected EPS is 42.93. If I assume the same PE to continue, 35.12, 1508. इसमें स्पेशल क्या है? मतलब 1140 में तुम लेके आ रहे हो, 1508 तुम बोल रहे हो, इसमें क्या है? Where is the value unlocking, right? So the real value unlocking is, if you see the sector PE, right? I have assumed 35 because they are bringing it 35. But the sector PE, if I show you, just in the other slide, so currently ranging from 48.1 to 72.33, right? So that is the sector PE. Now if you see the sector PE, right, 48.1 to 72.3, Havells 65, Voltas 69, Whirlpool 48, Blue Star 72, right? So 48 is minimum, 72 is the highest. So if I also take I take the average, so 60 is my average into my assumed, EPS for FI28, 50 into 60, 3000 should be my price, is what market should give. Now whether the market will give or not, that's a question, right? That's the question. But then they are slightly priced at a higher value or lower value. That will depend on the demand, because this is a complete OFS. Market will not give you the valuation that is required, or that is the correct valuation. That is what the market will not give you the fair valuation, because you are somewhere bringing at the OFS. अगर fresh issue होता, I don't think so anybody would apply for Tata Capital, because this is colliding with Tata Capital. They're bringing at a price point which is very good, is what I feel. Maybe it's a complete OFS, but down the line, 2-3 years down the line, it should give a value unlocking. Listing यहाँ हो गया चल रहा है, but this is a long-term bet, right? Because the financials are good, zero debt company, strong brand and all, right? So the conclusion, after discussing all the things, what are the conclusion? My conclusion is apply, because for me all the three boxes are ticking. First is financials, number one. Market share, very high, right? So high, good financials, market presence is high, and future outlooks is very strong, right? A strong brand value, so definitely yes, thumbs up from my side. So let's look at the other factors, anchor books, demand and all, when the issue will open. But for now, this is a must apply IPO for me. So I hope I have summed up all the things. Do comment down if I have missed out anything, and also do comment down whether you are applying for this IPO or not, and share, like and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. That's it for this video. I'll come up with more such videos. Thank you. Jai Hind. Bye bye.